Are you working on healing, or are you still caught up in the trauma and the drama of the person that you love's disease? I love this quote. Healing is when you stop telling the story that broke you and start living the story that rebuilt you. Let me say that again. Healing is when you stop telling the story that broke you and start living the story that rebuilt you. The story that broke me was standing on a sidewalk watching my son get arrested at gunpoint when he was in a psychotic episode. It was heartbreaking. Every vision, every dream I had for him completely shattered. And he went to jail and he stayed in jail. But that sidewalk was where I broke. And since that sidewalk, I've healed. I've done that work. I felt the feelings. I've surrounded myself with a community that has loved me and had my back through this whole thing. I've read different things that have helped me. Byron Katie's Loving What Is, Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. I've done spiritual work. I've done energetic work. I have continued to do the work that will free me from the trauma of that experience. And so the story that rebuilt me was all of those steps, was to feel the feelings, give myself the gift of feeling, surrounding myself with great people who were non-judgmental about Sam's addiction and simply there to support me in whatever configuration I showed up in at any point in time. Really, really, really taking hold of my own self-care and upping my self-care, making sure that I'm getting good sleep at night. I really have stopped the worry. When I start to worry, I shift the worry into the gifts, lessons, and opportunities embedded in the experience for me. Signing up for a positive intelligence program, which I do daily and have for almost 4 years now. Eating really high antioxidant foods, clean foods. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I want to make sure that my body is taken care of at a really high level. I exercise 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. Excuse me. And I'm feeding my mind with positive, optimistic thoughts and beliefs that serve me. For instance, my life is happening for me. My life is not happening to me. It's actually happening for me. And in my healing experience with all of this, in healing that day with Sam, I've really leaned into that day showed up for me to crack me wide open so that I would have the opportunity to do the healing work of really kind of generations and to embrace and engage with my own real healing and getting back to who I really am, being honest, being vulnerable, being authentic, taking care of myself. And I do a lot of work with taking care of others in terms of coaching. And I know where to draw the boundaries. It's not my job to take their stuff on. And so it's not my job to take Sam's stuff on. He's an adult. This is his journey now, and I'm on mine. I can love him on his journey, and I do, but I don't have to get pulled into the gutter with his journey. And sometimes, even though he's been clean and sober now for more than 3 years, I do have those moments where my brain and my patterns from worrying and all the things for 20 years grab a hold of me. And now I know what to do with them. I shift to asking myself, who do I want to be in this moment? What are the gifts and lessons and opportunities embedded in this experience for me? I recently was hooked, forget if it was a Monday or a Tuesday morning, and I leaned into what are the gifts, lessons, and opportunities of this experience that I'm having right now of worry about him. Has he relapsed? Is he really 3 years clean and sober? Um, and and so I went to gratitude. What am I grateful for? And then I went to listening to great music. And I shifted my energy and I shifted my focus. And shifting your focus is really powerful. So when you can shift to gratitude about what's happening and great music that lifts your soul, it changes your energy. And what I also did was I texted him, and instead of asking him point blank, "Are you still clean and sober?" I just simply said, "Thank you for being my greatest teacher. Thank you for being my greatest teacher." So listen to people who are going to elevate you, help generate energy with you, who are going to give you words of wisdom in the midst of some of the traumas that you might be dealing with and set you on a path back that's a healing path, that's a freeing path, that's a centering path that will get you back to you. You're on a journey for a reason. You are here for a reason. Please do the healing work, retell your story. Who is your greatest teacher so that you can do the work you're meant to do while you're here on this planet? Again, that quote is healing is when you stop telling the story that broke you and start living the story that rebuilt you. Start telling a new story, a story of rebuilding.